Imagine if you asked Brian Rooney what his heart desires tomorrow. It would be a win in the primary in the 7th Congressional District. He's running against former Congressman Tim Walberg, who wants the seat back after losing it to State Senator Mark Schauer, who is now in his freshman term there as a Democrat. Brian Rooney's on the other end of our line right now. Good morning.
Good morning, Michael Patrick.
I usually spend a little bit of the time on our interview introducing who you are, but there are people who are now realizing we're inside 24 hours before the primary tomorrow, and believe it or not, they're finally starting to get serious about figuring out who they're going to vote for. So instead of introducing you, I'll ask you, who's Brian Rooney?
Brian Rooney is a Marine Corps veteran who was in Iraq in the Second Battle of Fallujah, stared down Al-Qaeda there, helped win the hearts and minds in the Najaf. I'm a husband and father of 3 young people and children, and one of them has special needs. University of Michigan Mott Children's Hospital saved his life. I'm a board of director of the Pittsburgh Steelers and lived on 2 border towns and worked at a constitutional conservative law firm called the Thomas More Law Center and fought the culture war for a while here in Michigan.
How old are you?
I'm 37 years old.
And you're running in that Jackson, Battle Creek area there. Your grandfather, Art Rooney, founded the Pittsburgh Steelers. In fact, your uncle is United States Ambassador to Ireland. And you've lived in Michigan how long?
I moved here after I left active duty in 2006. My brother Tom's a congressman from down in Florida, and he's coming to Jackson tonight. We're going to have a meet and greet down there at my campaign office. So my dad's coming in, so it's going to be a pretty exciting time down there.
Wow, that'd be very special. Other than that, how will you spend the last, it's 23 hours now, I guess, till the primary. Although I understand candidates are now campaigning on Election Day, which I didn't think they used to do that, but apparently it's the new politics.
Yeah, well, I was out this weekend for 48 hours. I did 7-county tour, knocking on doors, meeting with folks. I'm going to be knocking on doors today, making a ton of phone calls, doing a lot of interviews. You know, you switch from the campaign mode today to the get out the vote mode. So you're reminding people to vote on Tuesday, tomorrow, and, you know, calling up all your supporters and saying, hey, don't forget to come out tomorrow and bring your family, bring your friends, bring your neighbors.
This is going to be a very silly question for a guy who almost lost a child and a guy who fought in the war in Fallujah in Iraq. But are you nervous?
You know, I'm not really nervous. I'm looking forward to it. You got a day and a wake up, and you know, my family, me, I've always answered the bell, and I'm ready to answer that bell tomorrow. And you know, I expect to win, but there are worse things in life than losing a political election, and I can tell you that from fighting a war, losing friends in Iraq and Afghanistan, to almost losing your own son, to having friends who lost kids when you were at Mott Children's Hospital that are very dear to you. So, you know, I have a lot of hope for Michigan and this country, and I want to be part of that solution. But if the people do not elect me, there'll be another path that opens up.
What has your brother advised you? And I mean, he's I don't know how many years he's been in Congress, but in Florida there, he's probably faced some fights of his own. What has he advised you in the closing days? And then if you're elected, has he talked much about it?
Yeah, he told me that, you know, if I do win or lose tomorrow, you know, take a break after for a couple days if you win, if you lose, and for more than a couple days. And
Yeah.
then he said tomorrow, you know, don't go nuts. Just go around to the different polling areas, say hi to your supporters and to the people that have been helping you out for so long, the people that are still making the get out the vote phone calls, and you know, get ready for the night. We're going to have hopefully a victory party at Bella Notte downtown Jackson tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And my brother's been a great support for me. So have all my brothers and sisters. I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and everybody's been real good to me.
Do you have a sense that you have momentum on your side?
I do. I've thought through the whole campaign that if I get my message out, if I get my name ID out, that I will close this race, and it'll be very close at the end. People that get to know me tend to break my way, and people only start paying attention for the most part in the last 2 weeks, really the last week. And I've noticed going door to door that now when I go to door to door, I don't have to introduce myself like you said earlier. I just tell them who I am, or they recognize me right away. And then from the TV commercials or the literature and stuff like that. And so that's been really edifying and good, and I feel like it's going to be very close. I think we're either going to win or lose by 1,000 votes, and I'm excited for it. I really think that we did everything we can do, and we had a big hill to overcome, but I think we've done that, and I believe we're going to win this tomorrow.
As a board member of the Pittsburgh Steelers, how about that $78 million rookie contract the Rams gave to Sam Bradford? That's big coin.
Yeah, it is, and hopefully with the new collective bargaining agreement we're going to work out next year, that's going to be a thing of the past, because rookies are great, but they shouldn't be the ones making the most money. It should be the people that have been there, done that, and that'll help the older players. It'll also help, players that are retired, so that some of the money that will go towards helping them out if they're, become disabled later in life. So the new collective bargaining agreement should make that a thing of the past.
Brian Rooney, candidate for Congress in the Republican primary in Michigan's 7th Congressional District. The luck of the Irish to you, sir, and we'll talk after the primary.
Thanks, Michael Patrick.
You bet. 46 minutes after the hour.